So after completing the acceleration table, uh, so now we have to draw the acceleration diagram for this slider crank mechanism. So we have to go back to this configuration diagram. So we have completed and made all the calculations uh, required calculations, and also the direction in which the corresponding acceleration components will be acting. All those things we know right now. We know that. Okay. So now I am going to select a suitable scale. So that I will draw the acceleration diagram. So I am selecting 1 centimeter is equal to 40 meters per second square. So 40 meters per second square, I am selecting 1 centimeter is equal to 40 meters per second square. Now I am plotting this acceleration table. I am plotting this acceleration table. So under this, the first component is what? It is a centripetal component of AO, that is the crank. Centripetal component of this crank I am going to draw it first. So where it is acting, it is parallel to OA. So first thing to draw the acceleration diagram. So first thing to draw the acceleration diagram is what? I have to go for this frame for fixed points. So that is I have to mark O1 G1. Okay, O1 G1 is what? It's a frame of reference, the fixed point. Next is I have to, using the configuration diagram, I have to draw the, using the configuration diagram, I have to draw the acceleration components. So right now this is OA. So it is nothing but centripetal component of acceleration, centripetal component of acceleration. And how much is the value? The value is how much we have calculated in the table. We have calculated. So it is 192 meters per second square. 192 meters per second square. So 192 meters per second square means it is around. We'll measure it taking the scale. So 1 centimeter is 40 meters per second square. 1 centimeter is 40 meters per second square. So for 192 it is 40, 80 and 120, 160 and 200, almost around here. Okay, so this much of length. So I have taken that and I have just measuring, making the cutting the making the arc. Okay, now after drawing the arc, you measure the parallel to OA. Okay, so parallel to OA. So set it parallel to OA and carefully move it so that the alignment and setting should not change. So I'm moving it. Okay, so I'm coming here. Okay, so I'm getting this point. So this is parallel to OA. I'm drawing. So here I had the arc. So this much. Okay, so now this component is nothing but it is FAO, centripetal component. Okay, so this is acting towards this direction. See, centripetal component should be followed by a tangential component, that we know that. So here tangential component is what? It is 0 because it is rotating with the uniform angular velocity. Whenever it rotates with the uniform angular velocity and whenever alpha is not given, so we can consider tangent to be 0, tangential component to be 0. Next we'll go to the centripetal component. Come back to this. Now we have to draw. Now I have drawn O1, A1. Next is I have to draw A1, B1. That is nothing but A1, B1 is nothing but it is 17.2 meters per second. 17.2 meters per second. So A1, B1, 17.2 meters per second means it is around this much. It is less than 1 centimeter. 1 centimeter is equal to 20 meters per second. So I am taking this much. So it is 17.2. Okay, 17.2. Just for reference purpose I am putting the arc, that's all. Okay, now go back to this. This 17.2 meters per second is parallel to AB. So I am setting my scale parallel to AB. So this is parallel to AB. So now again carefully move it to the point. Okay, this is parallel to AB. So now I am moving. So I got this point A1, B1. Got this O1, A1, B1. Got B1. Now this is followed by centripetal component parallel to AB I have drawn, that is 17.2 meters per second. Next is tangential component. Tangential component is how much? It is magnitude is unknown. Unknown magnitude is there, but it is perpendicular direction. I know that it is perpendicular to AB. So if okay, perpendicular to AB means if this is parallel, see, parallel to AB and perpendicular to AB. So in this direction, perpendicular to AB, I am just going for some arbitrary length. I don't know the exact length, just arbitrary length in that particular direction. Okay, in that particular direction, some arbitrary length we have to draw. Okay, so we have to draw it for some arbitrary length. Okay, so next later on, I don't know the thing, that is now all four components is over. Now I have to draw this slider component, that is FBG, that is a linear acceleration. Okay, so that is acting parallel to B. So parallel to B. So parallel to B is what? Okay, parallel to B is what? Okay, this A1 X1 I will take. Next one, that is a centripetal component, and this is what? Again centripetal component of FAB, centripetal component in this direction, and in this direction it is tangential component of AB. Now from G1 and O1 are coincident points. So from G1 I am drawing a linear, that is it is a linear means parallel to OG, parallel to OG. I am drawing a linear slider movement, that is a linear acceleration, so that it will intersect at this point, and this point is nothing but B1. This point is B1. Okay, so this point is B1. Now the acceleration diagram is now it is completed. See, what is the thing is we have to join O1 A1 is there, A1 B1 we have to join, A1 B1, and O1 A1, and this one O1 B1. Okay, so this completes our acceleration diagram. But we are okay. So this will complete our acceleration diagram. Whatever thing is there. So next, if you want to locate E1, that is, if I want to draw E1 A1, that is a ratio. You take this ratio B1 E1 A1 B1 is equal to BE by AB. Okay, this ratio we have to make use. So here this is known, and this is known, and this thing is unknown. Okay, so unknown we can find it out by calculating. So I will get around that is we have to calculate this ratio, so that finally we will get the B1 from A1 to E1. Okay, you do this calculation and find out B1 E1. Later on you measure B1 A1 E1, you measure that, and finally that will be, after getting the point, you join O1 E1. Okay, O1 E1 join O1 with E1. If suppose if you get E1 at this point, you join with O1. So measure O1 E1, measure O1 E1, and transfer it into the scale. You have to get 236 meter per second square. Okay, so this is the required thing, that is acceleration of point E. This is the acceleration of point E, and angular acceleration, this unknown value, that is ft, whatever this thing is there, that is ft ab. So for that angular acceleration, we have to measure this ft ab, this component, measure this component ft ab, measure this, and divide it by its length. You will get around 104 radian per second square. So this is the thing we have to do in the slider crank mechanism. These are all the calculations that we have to do in the slider crank mechanisms. Okay. Okay. So far I think we have completed the 4-bar mechanism and the slider crank mechanism, velocity and acceleration in mechanisms. And in the next chapter we are going to discuss about the instantaneous centers method. Okay.